Welcome to CJ vs. AJ. I am CJ doing a solo Let's Play today of It Moves, a Game Jolt indie game made by Snow Owl. So the little descriptions below the video, we're going to have a link to that, so feel free to check it out if you like any of the content. Without further ado, I'm just going to give this a start. Adjust brightness. Yeah, I don't know what to do here. Left, right, nothing's happening. I don't know if they just want me to do it on my monitor. So I'm just going to continue. Go from there. Bedtime. Bedtime is supposed to be a happy event for a tired child. Fuck. So I'm a tired child. For me, it was terrifying. While some children might complain about being put to bed before they have finished watching a film or playing their favorite video game, when I was a child, nighttime was something to truly fear. Somewhere in the dark of my mind, somewhere in the back of my mind, it still is. It's a nice little... I don't think I'm going to be using the mouse. It's a nice little 8-bit style. This is me. Okay, I guess that's it. He's a lot quicker than I thought he'd be. It's a wolf. Oh, the picture. I'm looking at the lamp and I'm like, it's a fucking lamp, you retard. Full of toys and stuff. Poster from a movie. I got it from my brother. Alright, so clearly there's not going to be much to do in here. But it's going to be one of those games where you can click on everything and get a little bit of a description. I'm not going to click on anything because I don't give a shit. I cannot prove that what happened to me was objectively real, but I can swear that what I experienced was genuine horror. A fear which in my life I'm glad to say has never been equaled. I relate to you all now in the best I can. Make of it what you will, but I'll be glad to just get it off my chest. Alright. Who puts a fucking planter like right in the middle of the hallway? Mom. Thanks a lot. Alright, mom or dad? I'm saying that's dad. This is my father. Oh, okay, talkative family. I can't remember exactly when it started, but my apprehension towards falling asleep seemed to correspond with my being moved into a room of my own. Mom, shit, you need to do a little bit of cleaning here. This is my mother. Alright. A man with a mustache. It's a great poster. I'm hoping it's some sort of 70s porn star that mother really likes. Mom told me not to touch her stuff, especially this stuff. Is that supposed to be her dildo drawer or something? All it seems to me is be like a normal table lamp. Nothing too interesting. Alright, so yeah, I'm kind of being punished for bothering to click on anything because it's all dreadfully boring. So yeah, I'm just going to stop bothering. This is my brother's room. He told me yesterday to keep out of the room that we had both shared until then. It's locked. Stupid bro. I was 8 years old at the time, and until then I had shared a room quite happily with my older brother. As is perfectly understandable for a boy 5 years my senior, my brother eventually wished for a room of his own, and as a result, I was given the room at the back of the house. As my brother was given a new bed, I was given the bunk beds which we used to share. While I was upset about sleeping on my own, I was excited at the thought of being able to sleep in the top bunk, which seemed far more adventurous to me. I don't know where to go. Dad, can you move your fucking drab ass? Don't go pulling out too much stuff now, it's bedtime soon. Alright. Shoes, not very interesting. I can't get to what looks like a refrigerator. Maybe that's the front door. Okay. I don't know what to do. I guess I'm gonna go touch mom's dildos again. I'm assuming there's something by that little hint there that I can move one of these and find like a secret doorway to the attic or something. But nothing seems to be interactable. Can't pull this out. I know my little bony ass is going to be able to move the bed. What the fuck, Mom? Just... Oh, okay. Soon you'll be... Okay. Thanks. Thanks for reminding me. I wasn't afraid enough as it is. Oh, we're getting a little cutscene. Little cutscene of Rooney. Alright, it's bedtime. Already? Yes, adults need their sleep. I need to look at the little porno poster on my wall. Your dad needs to quietly contemplate what he's doing with his life. It's typical adult stuff. You excited? Yes, Mom. Alright. Mom, stop watching me! Oh, okay. I thought that was just supposed to be nighttime as it was, and Mom's just standing there being a fucking creeper. I like the font, if nothing else. What the fuck? I did not expect this jump. Alright, so I'm guessing this is a little dream world. Oh, okay. Oh, he's in the tree, okay. I'm like, well, why am I just walking through him? But yeah, he's above me. Alright, bye, bud. Yeah, so this isn't what I expected at all. I expected a little bit more interaction in the house and, like, creepy things happening. Look at that fucking doorway. That's metal as fuck. Alright, a pot and some ragged cloth. I wonder what's cooking. Again, I'm kind of being punished for clicking on everything because just fucking nothing's going on. Stalking is such a strong word. I prefer to think of it more as intense research on one individual. By the way, your missing sock is under your bed with me. Ooh. Alright. A cold and welcoming breeze comes from the bottom of the stairs. Let's go down. Crusty little masturbation socks under the bed. Hi. No, nothing. So yeah, I'm not getting a whole lot from this game so far. Purple mushroom, definitely poisonous. Again, no items, no creatures, no nothing. No indication if this is supposed to be a dream world or a Silent Hill alternate universe based on my subconscious, because I'm tearing the lives of my parents apart by being an utter failure of a child. All these fucking little shiny mineral things keep making me think that there's items that I can interact with there, and I don't get anything. Okay, bye, Medusa head. Okay. I don't think I want to... Ugh. I hate these fucking puzzles because there's no logical solution to them. They're all kind of... You gotta force your way. This is counterproductive. Fuck me. I don't know what I'm doing. Ugh. Yeah, no. That's worse. These... Oh, I could not have fucked that up more. This reminds me a lot of sort of Resident Evil, Silent Hill style puzzles of, you know, just sort of get this eagle-shaped talisman and try to fit it into this Jigamobile wheel and... Hey! Oh, I almost stepped on one again. Again, nothing going on here. Okay, so I had to stop and, like, listen to that sound, but again, there's no threat. Maybe if there was a bit more dialogue, you know, explaining what I'm supposed to be afraid of, this would actually have a little bit of ambiance. But right now, all it's doing is, like, showing me shitty 8-bit Castlevania enemies and expecting me to be scared. I'm not seeing what the overall plan was here. I do like the art style, like the little chibi main character man. He's really well done. Like, you can see the little ruffles on his sleeves. And again, I guess I'm supposed to be afraid here. I cannot run it. Alright. Thanks. And then I wake up in my bed. Chapter 2. Hello. It's a bunk bed. I sleep in the top. Alright. Thanks, buddy. Mom, I had a bad dream. Mom. Alright. Hey, I can actually explore the house now. Alright. Alright, let's walk into their kinky sex stuff. Oh, hey guys. Mom, I had a bad dream. Mommy! Okay. Whatever. Alright, what do we... Oh, this is gonna be the bathroom. Fine. So much for exploring the house. Another day started, a day of importance. I won't bother you with details. The one thing I remember is that even though I played with friends like I always did, I somehow still felt lonely. I didn't enter my new room until later that night. It was time to go to sleep again. So it can like give me the little cutscene to like go get changed and spend the day, but it won't just put me in bed. Alright, back to Silent Hill world. Oh, freaking out, man. Alright. Yeah, I'm not really feeling this game so far. There isn't a whole lot of actual gameplay to the game. And I think this is going to be even less gameplay now that I'm just going to be wandering an empty labyrinth. That's a good movie. Poor David Bowie. Save, yes. Labyrinth was one of my favorite movies as a kid. Just for the, sheer imagination of it. And, shit, what were that guy that made all the puppets? What? My wife says Jim Henson. Yeah, so that guy, who's another poor guy. He shouldn't have died. Yeah, like, the puppets in that were amazing. The little tiny worm, I don't remember his name. Oh god, there's so many people that are just like, what the fuck is Labyrinth? What, David Bowie? I think my mom listens to him. No, go see it. It's a great movie along the lines of... God, I don't think there's anything really even comparable to it. It's like weird fantasy. Think like, Harry Potter and... Shit, it's nothing like Harry Potter. I'm not doing this thing justice. It's a fairy tale story of a girl getting lost in a giant labyrinth where she has to save her little brother from David Bowie and his giant crotch bulge. What am I saying? Crotch bulge. It's one thing that once you notice it in the movie, he's wearing like these super tight like TNA pants, and it's just dick and balls the entire movie while he's singing and dancing with all these little Muppets. What the fuck? Alright. Okay, so I'm guessing the pattern. So that one. And no, not that one. This is terrible. Okay, and now... Yep. Boom, nailed it. First try. Edit that out. Okay. So again, not really any gameplay here. All it is creepy Silent Hill, dirty walls, and a corp. Alright, it's not the name of a company, but that's fine too. I really cringe at the companies that just are named after the owner. Alright. Why the fuck would that scare me? It's just annoying me. Get off my screen. So it's like when I was a teenager and, working a ton of... Oh, look at that little guy. Did you see him? There's a little ghosty. Yeah, right there. So you have to, like, not be looking at him, and he appears, and then disappears. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. When I was a teenager, I worked for a shitty, like, little marketing company that went door to door and tried to sell bullshit to people. And... like the name of it was just string of 3 letters, and so like, okay, what does that stand for? And it's the like owner's initials, and it's like, how egotistical of an asshole do you have to be to just name the company after yourself? It's like, imagine if Apple was just Jobs, like, oh, do you have one of those new Jobs machines? And it's like, who does that? Where the fuck am I going, and why is this face still on my screen? Alright. Nothing of interest, I think. Yeah, that's generally my feelings about this entire game. We're collecting these little Monster Rancher creatures, I guess. A poster from concert. It looks old. Alright. It must be a fucking Nickelback poster, because obviously we're in hell. Vent. Maybe. The air is still stuffy, though. Yeah, I'd think so. Is this just the basement to our house? A wanted poster. Yep. Very descriptive. I don't have any semblance of a plot here. If this is what fucking ruined this kid's childhood and haunted him for his entire life, he had a fucking easy childhood. This is some pretty lame-ass nightmare stuff. Oh my god, where the fuck am I? This is irritating me. Alright, last one? Maybe? Nothing's getting any worse. This little face that's just sort of sitting on my screen, though, reminds me of the little haunting flashes in The Exorcist. Oh, we're hearing voices. Looks like a fan. Yeah, so in The Exorcist, they had just brilliant sort of subliminal scares, you know. For those of you who haven't seen it, which is probably a large amount of the community watching Let's Plays, to be honest, since it's an old as fuck horror movie. But check it out. It's one of the few that really terrorized me as a kid. You know, some of their best scares, they sort of pioneered that sort of flash jump scare. Like was very popular and like when YouTube first started, and the ones that you like scare your grandmother with, where it's like stare at the screen for like a minute and then boo, scary clown jumps up. They had what they called the death face. That was, you know, just sort of a demon popping up for a fraction of a second that, you know, a lot of people just couldn't visually see, and people reported like feeling very uneasy and scared during those segments because they thought they were hallucinating a little demon. As well, you know, they did things like they used sound of combinations of bees and like lions and stuff like that, just buzzing faintly in the background. And humans will naturally, like on, you know, an evolutionary scale, we get uncomfortable with things like that because, you know, we want to avoid it. So, you know, it was just brilliant. I get it. Oh, God damn it. All that work for a fucking face. Unless it's fucking... shit. Alright, that joke's completely sunk. 'Cause I was thinking of the chick from Sex and the City, Horseface. And I couldn't remember her name. I want to say... Fuck it, Horseface. Alright, it can take a few moments for you to truly understand what is happening. The fog of sleep hangs over your eyes and ears, even when lucid. Something was moving, there was no doubt about that. At first, I wasn't sure what it was. Everything was dark, almost pitch black. But there was enough light creeping in from outside to outline that room. Two thoughts appeared in my mind almost simultaneously. The first was that my parents were in bed because the rest of the house lay both in darkness and in silence. The second thought turned to the noise, a noise which had obviously woken me. That was it. Bed sheets rustling in the dark, someone breathing, as if some disturbed sleeper was attempting to get all too comfortable in the bottom bunk. I lay there in disbelief, thinking that the noise was either my imagination or perhaps just my pet cat finding somewhere comfortable to spend the night. It was then that I noticed my door, shut as it had been as I had fallen asleep. Perhaps my mom had checked on me, and the cat had sneaked into my room then. Way to over-explain this. Yes, that must have been it. I turned to face the wall, closing my eyes in the vain hope that I could fall back to sleep. As I moved, the rustling noise from underneath me ceased. I thought that I must have disturbed my cat. But quickly I realized that the visitor in the bottom bunk was much less mundane than my pet trying to sleep, and much more sinister. As if alerted to and disgruntled by my presence, the disturbed sleeper began to toss and turn violently, like a child having a tantrum in their bed. I could hear the sheets twist and turn with increasing ferocity. Fear that... oh my god. I don't care. This is a fucking audiobook more than a Let's Play. I mean, yeah, I could just read all this out, but we're going to be a fucking hour in and I've done nothing but walk around a maze for 10 minutes. I get it, dude. You want to be a writer, just write a fucking book. Alright. What's wrong? Did you have a bad dream? I cried, and my mother consoled me. Tears of fear, followed by relief, streamed down my face. Yet through all of the horror and relief, I did not tell her why I was so upset. I cannot explain it, but it was as though whatever had been in that bunk would return, if I even so much as spoke of it. Whether that was the truth, I do not know, but I don't care. You're losing me here. My mother lay in the empty bunk, promising to stay there until morning. I remember the next day wanting to go anywhere but that suffocating room. It was Saturday, and I played outside quite happily with my friends. Although our house was not large, and we were lucky to have a long, sloping garden in the back. We played there often. Again. Okay. As fun as it always was, occasionally my eye would turn to the small window in my room. Ordinary, slight, innocuous. But for me, that thin boundary was a looking glass into a strange, cold pocket of dread. Outside, the lush green surroundings of our garden filled with the smiling faces of my friends. Inside, the feeling of something in that room watching me play, waiting for the night when I would be alone, eagerly filled with hate. It may sound strange to you, but by the time my parents ushered me back into that room for the night, I said nothing. Okay, I get it. You want to be the next Stephen King. I do not care. I am playing a video game. That's one of those interesting conversations, what is a video game, how much play is actually involved. You get the games like Heavy Rain and things that, they're little more than giant QTEs. And, is that, a video game, or is that just a very slow movie? The David Cage, would you like to start a new film, in his option menus of just sort of like, this isn't just a video game, this is a movie and interactive form, it is art, and it's like, yeah, I get it, I suppose, but I also like to actually be involved in my video games. I want to be actually able to play. So, there's some games that do that better than others. This doesn't really seem to be one of them. This is, again, it's one of those walking simulators that's been so prevalent lately. Slender, Long Walk Home, things like that. And it's just, why am I doing this? I'm not getting much of a gameplay. I'm getting that the creator of this was a pretty good writer. Everything's very well written, and I'd be interested if this was a bit more of a coherent book. But as a game, no. Why would I ever recommend this to anybody? It's just go download an audiobook and listen to that. Oh my god. All right, I'm about to give up. I can't do it. This is just an infinite loop, and it's not even changing anything PT style. This is just, I've clicked on everything. I've gone everywhere. I've done everything that I can think of doing. My wife is pointing out that the eyes are flashing faster. I guess I just keep going. Yeah, it's trying to give me a seizure. Yay! Gameplay! Hey, okay. So, yeah, we're going full on Silent Hill here. We got a little pentagram. For those of you who don't know, that symbol right there, the pentagram, that is a good symbol. I remember seeing people with oh, look at the occultists with their pentagrams and stuff like that. That symbol right there is to ward off demons. That is a good black magic, or I don't even think it's technically black magic, but it's a good occult symbol. When you reverse that and turn that upside down, that is the evil symbol, because that represents the evil, devil's goat horns. And that's the one that's actually, demonic. So if you see any sort of gothic wannabes walking down the street with that fucking tattooed on their forehead or something, call them an idiot, because they don't even know what they're doing. Alright, picture of some kind of green landscape. The picture is in too bad shape to make out any details. Alright, I can't tell if that's a cage or spike strips. I can't seem to go anywhere with it. I'm expecting Pyramid Head just to jump out at any second. That would actually be really interesting. This is just sort of an 8-bit Silent Hill homage. Anything? No. It's really weird that this guy has given so much time to write in this really interesting and flavorful dialogue for the main character just lying in bed when there's nothing else going on. But anything that you interact with in the environment itself is just so drab and boring. Like, it doesn't seem like the same person wrote this as the rest of the dialogue in the game. It's like, if you're going to go through that much effort, why wouldn't you be more descriptive and interesting about the gore and the grime that's covering the walls and entrails that might be clogging up the fans, and like give a little bit more incentive to actually like look around the environment that you've gone out of your way to like create. And it just seems like a half-assed missed opportunity. It's a bad sign for a game when you're sort of dreading getting to the next chapter, because it's just like, I don't want to do this. I'm not having fun. And that's the worst thing you can say about a game. It's like, there's some games that are just so bad that you can appreciate them for their fuck-ups, you know? They're the big fails of video game design. When you just sort of sit there and go, alright, why? That is the worst possible reaction you can have to a video game. And that's what I'm unfortunately having right now. So I'm just gonna stop. Thank you for watching so far, you know. I'm sorry that I didn't get anywhere interesting, but I can't do this for 2 hours. If you can, please give this game a check out on Game Jolt. This is It Moves, and it didn't move me at all. Thank you for watching.